that you don't do what I say and you were to flip the machine, which we don't want to have happen. But if you were, we are riding on slick rock today. If you're hanging on any of these places, it is going to make for a very memorable trip to Moab. And the fact you're going home with one lesson. I don't want you to remember Moab for that, all right? So,
and we four-wheeled.
They've always had these things, their motorcycles. I grew up with dirt bikes. It's kind of like you know, it's probably not the safest.
They give this big long area and I'm like, no, don't do that. The farther away you get this way, the farther off my line you get this way. So, you ready to get your socks scared off of you?
Oh no, I'm not.
Oh, you got this. You got this.
I got blood and gore and heart beating. I don't have this.
No, you got this. All right, yeehaw, let's
Thank
do
you.
it. It was down with lines back. That we just came over is called Devil's Backbone. Some of the people coming into town nowadays call it the Intimidator, which I can see if you roll up on your own. You've never done this before. So at this spot, while we give everyone's heart rate and adrenaline time to come back down into this atmosphere, I'm going to teach you something. I don't know if you all know this or not. Moab is the heart of the dinosaur diamond. We have more dinosaur footprints and dinosaur fossils than anywhere else on Earth other than one place in Asia. So I'm going to teach you how to find them and spot them and pick them out for yourself when you're out in the wild when you're not with me, okay? So the first thing you're going to look for is this type of rock that I'm standing on here. It's called Navajo sandstone. Some people call it crackle rock. The way I personally can differentiate between this and other types of rock is I think it looks like a bad grout job. How to tell you were raised blue collar, right?
That looks like pretty good grout job.
The second thing you're going to want to look for is white volcanic ash. So if you look in this rock formation over here, there's a white line cutting through that rock. Do you see that? Mm-hmm. That is white volcanic ash. That comes from the Uncompahgre Mountains over in Colorado. They're about 300 miles as the crow flies from them to us. So that had to have been a pretty big eruption for that ash to get all the way over here and to turn what was once mud, Navajo sandstone, into rock. Now the key while you're in Moab and the surrounding areas is if you see Navajo sandstone and white volcanic ash in the same plane or the same layer of earth, you are guaranteed to find dinosaur footprints. So if you come over here, you will see 1 toe, 2 toe, 3 toes. That right there is the footprint of an Allosaurus. The Allosaurus was the ancestor to the T-Rex. Looked just like a T-Rex, that big head, big long tail, and the short stubby arms. Yeah. Only difference between the two, Allosaurus grew to be about 45 feet in length. T-Rex grew to be about 50 feet in length. We're talking in terms of an animal that big though, what's 5 feet? Let's be real. The other difference is at the end of their short stubby arms, a T-Rex had 3 fingers and this guy had 4. So, in terms of humans and how humans grow, this guy's like an 11 or a 12-year-old. I apologize. So, still had quite a bit of growing left to do. But if we look here, 1 toe, 2 toe, 3 toes, also an Allosaurus, but a significantly smaller one. That guy's like a 4 or a 5-year-old, again in terms of how humans grow. So this was a mud bank when the dinosaurs walked on it. And these two dinosaurs, woo, if I don't fall, were crossing paths.
Don't do that.
I know,
You'll be in
right?
trouble.
We're crossing paths at the time that these prints were made. Now, what makes this print right here really, really cool is if you come over here, we have got 1 toe, 2 toe, 3 toes.
Wow, that's his footstep.
That print and this print is the same dinosaur. That's one step or one stride, roughly 18 feet apart in length. And he wasn't full grown. Isn't that wild?
That's crazy.
So as you can see on these 3 prints, that white volcanic ash is super prevalent. It is not always that prevalent. So I'm going to show you, again, just so you'll know what to look for, okay? If you look right here, we have got white volcanic ash here and white volcanic ash here. This is a Brontosaurus track or a Brachiosaurus track, depending on who you ask. Same dinosaur, different name. Isn't that cute? That is cool. So there's your all's paleontology lesson for the day. Woohoo! Oh, sorry. No.
This is a sandstone here.
Yes, Navajo sandstone. Oh my word.
That's lion's back, right?
That is lion's back.
They still use it?
No.
Nobody goes up
That
mountain anymore?
the famous video with the...
Back in 90, 91?
Yeah.
What?
So, you
A
want me to tell
guy
the story?
rolled down.
All right, so up until 8 years ago, that biggest, tallest fin right there was open to the public. It was one of the most famous obstacles in Moab. And so we have an event out here every single year, the 10 days leading up to Easter. It's called Easter Jeep Safari. People come from literally all over the world. Most do the exact trail that we're doing now, Hills Revenge. But back then, after that, they would go out and they would explore on their own. They still do now, but like I said, that was open to the public at the time.
I see.
So back in the 90s, this couple comes over from Boulder, Colorado in their 70s model Bronco. It was gorgeous. Copper on the bottom, white on top. I mean, like breathtaking gorgeous. Anyway, they came for Easter Jeep Safari for their 1-year wedding anniversary. And so they go out, they have their guided tour that morning. They do great, they go back. They were actually camped down in the sandy area because at the time that was also a campground. And they have their lunch and then they decide, you know what, we completed a trail with a guide, so we're experts now. And they decide that they want to do lion's back.
Oh, stupidity.
So,
What's your word about stupidity?
Husband gets up and you get to the top, and the way it works is you have to turn around and come back down. It is no wider than Devil's Backbone that we just came across. So just imagine having to turn around a full-size vehicle on top of Devil's Backbone, only a little bit more narrow. So anyway, he gets up there, he does his 12-point turn, he comes back down, it's beautiful. Perfect. Wife decides, you know what, you did it, it's our 1-year anniversary, I want to do it too. So she takes off, she gets to the top, she does a 16-point turn.
By herself?
Beautifully. He was in the car with her.
Was he with her?
But she did great. Just as they crested the hill to come back down, she lost all brakes.
Oh my God.
Brakes went out. She did a phenomenal job
For a wild
of
ride.
maintaining control of this vehicle. All right. So just below this tree here, which you can't see it because of the rock ledge, ultimately what happened is she freaked out and she cut right. And when she did, believe it or not, it saved their lives. So they were going between 68 and 70 miles an hour.
Are you Scandinavian?
I'm not.
I have a good friend from Denmark, and
Yes.
I'm always giving you a piece of story. When I was skinny, I used to get asked regularly if I was
it would
Asian.
be bad if I pulled.
I was gonna say, you know, you shouldn't have actually said that in this group.
It's true. No, like I used to get asked daily if I was Asian, and I'm not. I have Native American heritage. That Jeep does not sound. They are so squeaky. And I have German heritage.
Okay.
So
German.
Oh, you might you're
And
Native
he is
American.
Native American.
Or Spanish, I don't know, but it's what it tells me.
Right? I have quite a bit of Native American, Cherokee Indian.
Hey, there you go. Me too. Half.
There you go. All right, guys. So this next leg, we're gonna go a little bit fast in the sandy areas. It's gonna be fun.
One of my favorite adventures that we went on was the side-by-side off-road adventures, and we actually chose the Moab Cowboy Off-Road Adventures tour group. Our tour guide, she was very knowledgeable and just made it very exciting. I mean, we had a great time. Now, there are several different companies that perform this tour, and there's several different tours you can take. You can take midday, morning, afternoon, and there are all these different skill levels also, just depending on which one you decide to take, and the prices vary. You'll see here in a moment I'll throw up some screenshots that I took, just give you an idea of what it cost. I will tell you though, this is one of those trips you just have to take, whether you're an outdoor enthusiast, you like the 4x4 off-roading, or you just want to see the views. Highly recommend it. Now I'll shut up and let you enjoy the rest of the video.
Oh, we come over and watch anyway.
Oh, do you? Okay, cool.
Or try to. You know, if there's anyone out here trying it.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's skydiving up there. I think it's skydiving. You do skydiving around it too, don't you?
Sitting here,
Yeah,
you
I'm
make
trying to
them,
think of what. Crazy Andy is the guy's name that does the skydiving.
you make them feel bad, because even if they were going to back out, they're like, damn, now we got a bunch of women and baby and guys watching us, we got to do it. So that's why I'd be like, I don't care, I'll back it out.
No, they don't. They're sitting here on their own.
Oh, because I noticed two are wearing helmets and one isn't.
They'll be on that black area.
my friend is sitting there letting this woman talk you into doing this shit.
I know. She's the tour guide. She wouldn't steer me wrong.
Alright guys, so now you got to see someone do two-ups.
Those damn things are capable, man. Holy cow. I'm amazed at how capable they are. I mean, his is set up a little different, but you know. Oh God, no. Not with me in it.